Hey there, I'm Marincello and I'm here to tell you a spooky story. I mean, I suppose it's not really spooky, per se. It's just so crazy weird that it does worthy the X-Files music playing. This is a tale about my time-travelling experience. This hasn't happened yet, only it has happened to future me back in 2011. Confused yet? Okay. So, back in 2011, I was an annoying 12-year-old who shouldn't have been allowed to walk on the face of the earth. I constantly claimed that I was actually 11-1 and was a complete and utter weirdo, whilst simultaneously being that stereotypical fabulous gay stereotype that people have sort of come to loathe, I think.
Oh my god. Homosexual supporting cast! Sasuke x Naruto! OTP!
I also used to wear fake glasses for, like, no reason. I have the most perfect eyesight out of, like, everyone I know, yet I would wear plastic lenses just for the sake of fashion. Because that's not pretentious at all. Actually, I still do that. Why did I say that? Anyway, it was the second year of secondary school and all my teachers had been reshuffled. So for ICT, which is what we call in Britain computer studies or whatever the hell it is elsewhere, I had a new teacher and his name was Mr. Campbell. Now, I didn't really care about teachers at all at that age. I mean, you know, I barely even paid attention to them when they were actually giving me instructions. Like, I didn't care about their personal lives or whatever. So years went by and I lived in blissful ignorance, completely oblivious to everything apart from, like, the internalized drama of my friendship group. I mean, damn, being 12, 13 or 14 years old was so difficult. This is until we got to GCSE level, where everyone just grew the fuck up and started studying. It was at this point where things got a bit weird. Our computer system and server got updated. That doesn't really sound that interesting, does it? I think all the students' names must have been, like, inputted manually, because there were so many mistakes. So many people had their names spelt wrong, which the technicians did, like, absolutely nothing about. Including mine. How is it misspelled, I hear you ask? Well, my version of Aaron is obviously A-R and then O-N. So was it A-R-R? Did they put an E in it somewhere? Is it just a single A-R? No, it was written fucking Adam. How can someone fuck up that badly to put an Adam instead of Aaron? I guess I wasn't overly pissed because I was the only person at my school with my surname, so, you know, I wouldn't really get mistaken, would I? Although I did get away with quite a lot of risky emails because I don't really think my teachers knew who they were talking to. Anyway, we were getting older and more mature and our teachers were starting to treat us more like adults. So over the course of the next 2 years, I learned quite a bit. Some family history, some actual computer stuff, and my teacher's first name. Well, I mean, you can guess. It was Adam. Mr. Adam Campbell. I mean, at first I just thought it was funny because he was like one of my favourite teachers, apart from the ones who looked like Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto. But I did begin to notice Mr. Campbell a whole lot more. He may have had fluffy ginger hair, but if you really looked closely you could see his rounded features, his green eyes, his ability to laugh with his students. As well as around his classroom he had started hanging up like motivational superhero posters and having little Legend of Zelda figures and Iron Man figures on the top of his cupboard. So then I asked a friend of mine and she replied exactly how I thought she would. Yes, Aaron, he does look weirdly like you. That's so bizarre. So me and a couple of classmates started theorising that Mr. Campbell was actually me from the future. You know, it made total sense. I mean, he's a massive nerd. He's really tech savvy. And you know, I get a lot of my computer skills from my dad who works with computers. And the whole ICT department fucks up the computer system and changes my name to Adam on the server was just far too coincidental. But what really took the biscuit for me was when I was talking to my grandfather about the olden days, particularly about our family history. Now he told me that Dimes wasn't his actual surname. When his mother remarried, he had chosen to take his stepfather's surname as Dimes. So the fact that I was called Aaron Dimes meant nothing. It was a lie, because I didn't come from the Dimes lineage. In fact, do you want to know what surname my grandfather was born with? Campbell. So this fucking teacher not only looks like me, acts like me, but also has a plausible reason to have Adam Campbell as his alias for when he comes back in time. When I found this out, I just freaked. And there was no way I could ask him about it either. Because, you know, if I had come back in time, in disguise, there's no fucking way that I'd tell myself about it. It's probably like one of the sacred rules of time travel. So I just had to confide in my friends. And I think that he knew that I knew at this point. Because I cosplayed Frodo Baggins to a Lord of the Rings convention. And when it was time for our school's dress-up day, you know what he comes in as? Mr. Adam Bloody Campbell comes in dressed as Bilbo. I was no longer enjoying myself. Oh, but I'm not surprised, see? Because I'm a bloody time traveller. Of course I'm going to play mind games with myself. The only thing that didn't seem right was that he actively stated that he was a Sunderland football supporter. And I mean, I hate sport, but if I had to pick a side, I would choose Sunderland's mortal enemy, Newcastle United. But, obviously, me from the future is just trying to throw me off his scent, isn't he? He's just trying to fuck with me. But I am not to be fucked. I'm not going to let him fuck me. Not into self-obsessed. Mr. Campbell did ensure my success though. He bent the rules for me, letting me do an A-level qualification in ICT while everyone else was still doing their GCSEs. Well, I know I've got my own bag, right? So what do you think? Am I completely out of my mind? Or is this just proving that time travel will definitely exist by the time I'm in my 30s? Comment your opinions, hit like if you enjoyed, and if I do go missing at some point during my adulthood, just know that I've gone back in time to 2011 and I'm probably teaching myself ICT. Stay tuned! It's the lad getting anal emoji. Am I supposed to guess that one? Because you already told me what it is. That's the lad getting. That's the amazing Phil getting anal emoji.
Alright, okay,
Yeah.
so I see all that.